Next up, Rich Avina.
I couldn't even make it for this speech. So this is going to be tough. And because I want to make sure that I get everything out that I wanted to say, I know the banquet just started. I was hoping to do this at the end. I actually wrote a speech. You know, I usually talk out the cup. But I want to make sure I get everything out. First and foremost, Cortez is long. There's only 2 ambages. And the one I went through was Jackie and when I made the phone call. Yeah. And I do have to thank my wife before I start anything. I have 3 daughters, and they bear the brunt. You can define what I would consider my sons, my brothers. So, I do thank you, I love you, and I appreciate you letting me work. Now I have to go on script because otherwise I don't know what will come out. I am honored and consider it my privilege to have this opportunity to speak to you guys, my fellow swordsmen. I thought long and hard before deciding what I wanted to speak about, and I have decided that my words will be best received if they can be related to everybody that has been a St. Paul football player. It happens that my experience is similar to the current freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. Throughout my 4 years here at St. Paul, I played for 3 different head coaches, and each time my class struggled through the change. Obviously, tradition was always a topic. Even back then, single-digit numbers, stats, visors, and all that look good, play good stuff was an issue. What I came to realize over my years at St. Paul as a player and a coach is that St. Paul has an identity, and regardless of who is at the helm, it is the past and present swordsman's job to maintain its much respected identity and integrity. In all reality, a single-digit number, or spat, visor, isn't going to affect the outcome of the game. We all know that. The reason the program doesn't have single-digit numbers is because Coach A, it's not because Coach A was too cheap to buy 9 more jerseys. I'll be clear, okay? There are only 9 single numbers, which means only 9 players out of the team can wear that. It is a team. You see, the tradition is much bigger than that. The true essence of those traditions come down to team above all. As a swordsman, I prepare to play out of honor to my fellow swordsmen and to my brothers who have committed themselves to this team. And out of appreciation, because of the hard work my teammate has put forth, I will not present myself in a manner that is bigger than he. For he has earned my respect as my teammate. It is a mutual respect that every swordsman before you has, It is a mutual respect that every swordsman before you has looked the same, out of homage to the swordsman way, the team way. You see, it is more about not individualizing yourself because you are part of something that is bigger than you as an individual. Everybody is equal, your teammates and those swordsmen of the past, because you've earned their respect through hard work and overcoming adversity. The traditions preaches. Together as a team, you are able to overcome great challenges placed before you. Whether that challenge is a Sarah Gardena, a third circuit, or more importantly, a dramatic event in your life. You've created a bond, a brotherhood, of mutual respect. This brotherhood will be carried on through your life. And I guarantee it will be celebrated with each other throughout your life, well past your high school years. As a coach and a swordsman, I'm not concerned with how fast you are, how high you jump, or how many accolades you receive. I'm more concerned with the type of person you are and how your character has developed during your time playing while wearing the sword. I am more concerned with who you become upon graduation, with what type of character, what type of man you are, and what type of man you'll be throughout your life. Those traits that have been developed by the tradition at St. Paul will carry you through life. With that said, I base the remainder of my speech on opportunity to talk to you on John Wooden's philosophy about success. I truly believe that St. Paul is a perfect representation of all that he believed and taught throughout his years as a coach and mentor. He instilled in his players that the notion that success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing that you made the effort to do the best of which you are capable. That is what being a swordsman is all about, preparing as best you can, challenging yourself to the fullest, and giving 110% effort at all times. I hope that regardless of the win-loss records, you all take with you the life experience that I have gained by being a St. Paul swordsman and a St. Paul football player, sharing a similar passion for the sport and spending hours with teammates turning each into a lifetime brothers. I hope that the bonds that you have made and that the life lessons that you have learned on and off the field last your whole life. To the juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, you still have an opportunity to make the mark, to make your mark, and write your own chapter in this history. I hope for you that is full success. All swordsman football players, past and present, share one thing in common. As swordsman football players, we have all chosen to play swordsman football. We don't work as hard as we do for any other reason than we simply love the game and understand how it's supposed to be played in its purest fashion. Our commitment to our team, to this brotherhood, is something that we take very seriously. It's for them. And before you know it, you'll be sitting here after your final game of your senior year to the graduating class of 2012. You have now finished writing your chapter at St. Paul High School as a football, St. Paul High School swordsman football history. And it is full of impressive accomplishments and successes. And I want you to know that although you are finishing playing for St. Paul High School and the Friday Night Lights will no longer shine on you in the pit, the success of this 2012 team is now part of the swordsman football history. Coach A opened the season talking about brotherhood and what that means to you as part of this team. Throughout the years, you told stories about swordsmen of the past and are parts of your St. Paul bloodline. Now, as graduating seniors, you have earned your membership into an even bigger brotherhood. The brotherhood of swordsmen who have worn the blue and white before you. People like Paul Wargo, Bill Bain, Jamie Quirk, Alex Espinoza, Andy Stankiewicz, Ricky Valenzuela, Tim Cowan, Dave Ortega, Manny Murillo, Mike Hardy, Rich Estrella, Mike Cortez, Brandon Reynoso, Andrew Gonzalez, Frank Petrocchi, Fred Salas, Luke Brawl, Casey Morales, some of your parents that are in here, and many more that represent the brotherhood. A brotherhood which you should all be very proud of, and now you are a member of. They are the only other people who have shared your experience. They really know what it feels like to be a swordsman and don the blue and white in the den on Friday night before the big game, to complete a third circuit in the blistering heat of the weight room, to wear the blazer on game day, to lay the sword on somebody, to leave it all on the field. The thing is, being a part of the brotherhood means that even though you won't be playing here again, you'll always be a swordsman. And as far as last games and fit and endings go, I just have one thing to say: once a swordsman is always a swordsman. I love you. Thank you for the opportunity to share and keep the St. Paul tradition alive. Please.
Well done, Richard. Well done.